Hello folks, I'm Smig, and I'm going to take a look at Stellar Tactics. It's an early access game from Maverick Games. Never heard of Maverick Games before. In fact, I don't even remember why I put this game in my wishlist. But looking at the screenshots, it does look very interesting. And I think what I like about this game is that, you know, often what happens is that there are games that look very interesting, but they don't look very sophisticated artistically, which is something that I can overlook. But this game seems to be competent artistically and mechanically. So, you know, I'm interested to see how fun it is and how deep it goes. Oh, a seed, nice. Yeah, I like this. So when you use a seed to create the world, essentially that means that you can play in the same world a second time just by using the same seed, or you can, for example, send whatever you chose as the seed to a friend who can play in the same, well, you know, it's not multiplayer, but he can play in a duplicate of your world, which is handy. Create main character, start on the Dauntless, create your main character and skip the Dauntless. I don't know what the Dauntless means, but... Oh, and this is another thing. This is early access, of course, so we're going to take that into account. And one thing that happens with early access games is that you often don't get a lot of explanation for things, you don't get a lot of tutorials. So, you know, obviously this should have been explained, but it's, again, early access. So we're just gonna go and see what happens. Okay. Ooh, this is gonna take a long time. It's not almost done. Well... This is actually kind of surprising how much time this takes. And there's a lot of stuff that's being processed here. This presumably might be optimized before the final release, maybe, hopefully, because this is a really long time. Yeah, I think I might cut this so that I'm not rambling with nothing happening on the screen. So, see ya. Ooh, nice. I mean, what is not nice is that the music stopped, but I love this screen. Enable combat screen and assign a total of 4 points. Okay. Oh, wait. Why is this 3? 4, then select... Oh, wait. 1. Enter your name, okay. Assign 7 points across your base stats, okay. And then it's the combat points. And then yellow support or orange space skill. Interesting. I love these screens because they give you a sense of possibilities. Wait. No, this is just cycling through portraits, but I guess the gender is implied. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. When I change gender, it goes to a portrait of a different gender. Gotcha.
This is a nice find.
I found something.
Okay, I think I got it.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. I'd ruin the moment.
I'm carrying too many things.
This is a nice find.
This is a nice find. Okay. Then 7 stats, base stats, that's what they're calling it. Okay. Strength contributes heavily to melee weapon damage. One hand, two hand, and fist damage. Strength also applies a fixed bonus per point to your maximum hit points. So endurance also applies a bonus to your hit points. Okay. So strength and endurance. What's this? You can assign 4 points to... Oh, right. This is the skills. So agility defines your ability to use melee weapons. It affects one hand-to-hand combat damage, and your turn order initiative in combat. Agility determines your skill at dodging melee attacks. So wait, it affects one hand-to-hand combat damage, one hand-to-hand and fist damage. Okay. Dexterity affects many skills. It contributes to damage for all weapon types, ranged and melee. It also affects your ability to hack computers and devices and repair objects. It has an effect on initiative, which determines your turn order. Endurance is hit points. Fixed value per point applied regardless of level. Okay. Endurance defines your ability to withstand the rigors of combat and is ideal for frontline melee characters, sure. Charisma allows you to strike better bargains with merchants, develop relationships with factions quickly, and may open up alternate opportunities as you explore the universe. You can also gain a bonus to leadership, which raises your initiative. Perception contributes to damage with ranged weapons. It increases your maximum range, chance to hit, bonus to your chance to score a critical hit. Perception may allow you to see things that are hidden. Intelligence increases the speed at which you learn skills. This is very Fallout. It also affects your initiative, which determines your turn order in combat. High intelligence may allow you to focus your psychic energies. I didn't know there were psychic energies, releasing either inner power. So there is some kind of magic stuff. So I think I want to go with the ranged build. So something with perception and what was it? Dex. Damage for all weapons, ranged and melee. Ability to hack, repair objects. Maybe charisma as well. I think charisma would be nice. I'm not sure about intelligence. I'm not sure about the psychic abilities. So, how many do I have? Oh, okay. What's the maximum? Oh, there's no max? Oh, the minimum is 5. And I guess I can just put everything in one. So, what was agility? Melee, initiative, dodging melee attacks. So I'm gonna be predominantly at a distance. So I'm not gonna pick that. I might want to pick Dex for damage with ranged. And ability to hack computers and devices. Maybe I won't go too far on Dex because I feel like I'll want to have someone specialized in Dex to hack and stuff. Maybe endurance. Endurance is just survivability. More hit points. Although I won't be presumably taking a lot of damage, but let's just increase survivability a bit. And maybe I'll go heavy on charisma. Which is not good in combat, but presumably it will give me bonuses outside of combat. Other than initiative, I guess. This is specifically for damage with ranged weapons, so let's do this. Then that's a big range of weapons. I guess I'll go with rifles. How many points? I have 4 points? Oh, that's nothing. Oh, I have 4 points for combat skills. Okay, so 4 points in rifles. And then we have yellow was support and orange is space. I mean, presumably I'll want someone to be good at each one of these things. So I get 4 points. What is influenced by perception? Build things, sell them, keep them. Some of the most powerful items in the universe can only be crafted. It doesn't say if they're influenced by the base stats. And presumably I would want to synergize the base stats with the skills, because hacking is supposed to be in Dex. So this affects your ability to hack computers and devices and repair objects. So presumably these things are... You want to know, you don't get caught. Hacking isn't just a skill, it's the skill if you want to loot the best loot. There is to be looted. Okay. So it doesn't give me that information about, you know, whether these skills are connected with the base stats. Other than here, in this base stat, which tells me that it's going to influence hacking. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Intelligence also gives me more skill points, presumably, when I level up. I might want that. So I might... Yeah, might want to do that. Now, piloting... But piloting? Your ship isn't going to fly itself. The good news is that even if you're a crappy pilot, if you fly enough, you're going to get it unless you die trying. So fly that ship. Fly to the end of the universe, okay? What would be a perception-based skill? I guess piloting or targeting, actually. Look on their targets without your tier sitting duck. Besides, if you're really good, yeah, it doesn't say. But maybe targeting, since perception is your ranged skill. And maybe weaponry as well. Let's go... I mean, piloting is probably the most basic thing I'll need. So to have my main character pilot might be a good idea. I really don't know. I would rather not split points, although if I have like a party of 4, I'm gonna have to split points. Let's go like this. Name. Done. You can spend points across multiple skills in this category. Assigning a majority of your points in one skill is a better starting strategy. Sure. Select the skill you want to enhance from a list and then on points. Yep. Rotate your directional shields. Oh, this is space combat. Okay. Little console prompt. Oh, am I supposed to do something? Oh, no. I don't think I am. That's a lot. Movement camera, tab. If you're just starting the game, the main menu are disabled until you enter the next room. Okay. Click the console in front of you to get started. You can reach the main help screen. You can proceed to the guide section by pressing the guide button on the main help screen, which is this, I assume. You can return to the main help screen and or exit the game screen. See, I'm a little I'm way too aware that I'm recording this, which means that I'm not very willing to spend a whole lot of time reading all about it. Escape key is a handy way to highlight interactive objects, so that's actually really useful. You can move your team by left-clicking. If you left-click, hold, and drag, you can set the direction. Oh, that your team members will face when they reach the destination. This is great. This is something that I wish I had in other games. This works in both single and group movement modes. You can switch between team members with the F keys, okay. You can toggle grouped and single movement by selecting group single movement icon on the toolbar, this. You can zoom the camera in and out by rotating the mouse wheel. Right click, hold, drag anywhere. Okay, we can get to this screen later, so I think I'm gonna jump right in. And Q will always recenter, okay. This pans, this zooms, which is slow, very slow. Oh, I can't... Oh, I see. Oh, nice butts you got there. Okay, so we need to do something. Over here. Hello, can you hear me? Barely, you're breaking up. Damn it, broken jump. Still having problems hearing you? That should do it. How about now? Oh, very good. I can see you now on the monitor. Much better. Exactly what is the situation? My name is Dr. Mortimer Raumus. You can call me Doc. I must apologize for your abrupt arousal. Ooh, nice. We have a most unusual circumstance. Shouldn't I know him? Who are you? As I mentioned, I'm Dr. Ramos. I'm a member of one of two rotation shift teams here at the Dauntless. My cryo shift engaged 3 weeks ago. My job, specifically, is to analyze the medical condition of the colonists in stasis aboard this ship. Do you know what triggered the emergency cryo-res? Well, you see, it was me. I did it. I triggered the emergency system. We have a problem. It seems there has been a phage outbreak. A phage outbreak. Normally something we could handle. However, this time it's a little more complicated. Aren't phages viruses that infect bacteria? What's a phage? I wonder. 1 minute. Yes, I see you have a minor neurological damage. Likely nothing serious. I suspect over time you will recover. You see, this is the player asking the question and not the character asking the question. So it's good that they have some in-game explanation for why the character is asking the question. To answer your question, phage is a viral disease, quite deadly in more ways than one. However, a cosmic anomaly is the primary reason we are on this ship. I'll explain in more detail later, however, right now we need to get you prepared. I assume you remember your training. Training, yes, for the most part. Okay, let's get you equipped then. Meanwhile, I'll review the protocols for activating your mission parameters. Please proceed through the door. End conversation. Oh, we're gonna get dressed. Great. Looks like you can follow instructions. If the manual is correct, the lockers in this room contain your weapons and body armor, along with a few bits and bobs. Let's see, okay, the protocol documented here states that you should equip yourselves. Let's get cracking! Time is of the essence. I'm reading through the mission protocol now, and I should be able to brief you momentarily. Oh no. Fantastic! You look ready for business. Let me activate your data implants. This will only take a moment. What data implants? Good question. The manual says the team has had implants surgically applied. These implants receive and transmit data between squad members. The information is projected onto an ocular array, providing squad members with superior battlefield intelligence, communication, and rapid access to reference information. Data stored includes an active tally of on-hand equipment, mission parameters, blah blah blah, roger that. Once the implants are activated, I should be able to communicate with you discreetly through your implants. Okay, let's see if I press this button. Alright, the implants are the UI. How's that? It burns! Yes, you'll get used to it. Now, there should be chests or boxes with ammunition and equipment. You should gather as much as you can carry. When you are finished, head through the next door. I'll fill you in on the details of your situation. Oh, I see. It showed me this because that's what was necessary. But now it's showing me this. Okay. I key opens inventory. All items that can be used or equipped are added to your shared inventory when looted. When grenades and medkits are looted to the shared inventory, they are also automatically added to the list of available items in the grenade and medkit UIs on the main game screen. Note that grenades and medkits must be in your shared inventory, not in your stash, to be used via the grenade and medkit UIs on the main game screen. Ammunition is automatically added to the tally of total ammunition for the type and is displayed above the shared inventory area. Note that the number shown in blue for each ammunition type is the maximum amount of that ammunition type that you can carry. You will not be able to loot ammunition of that type above that number. Okay. To equip items, after bring up the inventory HUD by pressing I key, select the squad member you would like to equip by using the F keys or portraits on the left side of the screen, then drag an equipable item from your shared inventory to the appropriate equipment slot on the squad member display. This is all very standard. Large weapons, rifles, two-handed melee weapons equipped to the primary weapon slot, but handguns and single-handed melee weapons equipped to the secondary weapon slot. Handguns and single-handed melee weapons in your secondary slot. Primary and secondary slots represent primary weapon and sidearm, not left and right hands. You also have a stash. You can drag items from your shared inventory to the stash. Oh, a shift left click, good to know, in your inventory to move them to the stash. Open your stash by selecting the chest. Okay. You must drag items from the stash back to the shared inventory. Okay. Grenades and medkits are stored in your shared inventory. To switch the active item shown on the main game screen, right-click the appropriate UI icon on the main game screen. Then left-click the item that you want to appear on the main game screen. Like this. I guess. To have the active player use a grenade, left-click the grenade icon on the main game screen and left click anywhere in the environment. Okay. To have the active team member use a medkit, left click deactivate. This is all very standard. Once a medkit or grenade is activated, you must either need to use the grenade or medkit or select the icon. Wait. Once a medkit or grenade is activated, you will either need to use the grenade or medkit or select the icon on the action bar to deactivate it, okay? You cannot perform other actions while grenades and medkits are activated. Activated grenades and medkits are indicated by flashing green border on the icons and by a change in the way your mouse cursor is displayed, okay? You can review the status of your team members by pressing C key. Switch between team members. Okay, this screen displays the selected team members' current experience progress, general statistics, resistances, blah blah blah. Perks allow you to customize your team members in a number of ways. Okay. To view or modify active perks. Okay, I'll get there when I get there. Tier bonuses are rewarded at skills 5, 25, and so on. These are static bonuses that are applied whenever a skill is used. Wait, whenever a skill is used. Okay. Perks are rewarded at increments. Okay. So this is the inventory screen. And the character screen. No perks yet. Oh, these are the perks. Okay. If it makes sense to you now. Interesting. So we have 5 medkits, and I have a rifle and a pistol. Where are the portraits of the other guys? I guess I have to use the... Wait. Oh, I can do this. Okay. Oh, got a melee boy over here with a pistol as a side weapon. Interesting. So, rifle and knife. So no one has space skills, only I have some space skills. We have a first aid person. I guess it should be her to heal the other guys, primarily. With SMG training, okay. Then this guy is two-handed in first aid. And then we have hacking and one-hand melee. Oh. Okay, cool. Oh, tab to see interactable objects. And we have some ammo. Oh, that's right. Where was the ammo? Right here, huh? Pistol, submachine, shotgun, rifle. Okay. No energy, no missiles, fusion cells, flamer fuel, and minigun. Okay. Cool. Their movement speed is really slow. Surprisingly slow. I wonder if that's something that can be changed. Difficulty. Camera rotation speed, nope. No interactables here. Oh. Okay, let me start at the beginning. I realize you may not remember why we are here. Phage is one of the reasons, a virus so insidious that it destroyed the majority of life on our planet. We had endured wars between the great houses and our world of thousands of years. Wait. We had endured wars between the great houses of our world for thousands of years, okay? Climate change, plague, and starvation. We finally succumbed to a tiny invader that mutated so fast that our physicians and scientists couldn't keep up. Antigenic drift. Our immune systems would fight and lose. Most curious, this strain of the virus was different. It is as if it sought to meld with our physiology, symbiosis. Yet it was unsuccessful. And the result was the destruction of the host. Fascinating in a way, yet horrible and deadly. The result was terrifying. The virus attached itself to our neurological system, destroying the host's brain, yet leaving the brain stem intact. The streets of our world were filled with mindless creatures twitching and gyrating, bodies in motion with no purpose. So, zombies, I guess. It attacked all mammalian life, mutating human and beast. Soon, our sources of food were depleted, crops devastated, and water poisoned. Within 20 years, our planet was decimated, cities overgrown. The only remaining law, the houses. They had retreated to their shelters, euthanizing any who showed signs of the disease and taking in those that could be proven immune. Grim days indeed. I wonder what was the mechanism of spreading the disease. Yes, there were some who were immune to the phage, a very few. You are immune, as am I. In fact, this ship and 3 others are, I believe, all from remains of humanity, hurtling across the universe. We're all immune, or so we thought. What do you mean? I'll get to that. The result was a world with a bleak future, but we held on, and we made some progress. In fact, the houses had started to communicate again. We found ways to cultivate safe foods, water. Plans were in place to venture forth again in an attempt to recolonize. Then something tragic and final occurred, yes? An event so improbable and rare that it was inconceivable. Speeding towards our planet was an asteroid the size of a small moon. There was only one solution left: the stars. Our scientists had long ago identified several planets revolving around nearby stars. We worked tirelessly, harvested the best ideas, and developed the plan. We are part of that plan. Continue. We built great ships, one of which you are on now, the Dauntless. One of 4 that contain the sleeping remnants of humanity. 4 giant ships speeding across space at just below the speed of light, aimed at 2 likely new home systems separated by a mere 2 light years. Both the best last solution for our people. There is much more I can say, but this is not the time for an extended history lesson. It's time to discuss the here and now. This is a good story, I like it. Yes, explain why you woke us. You are actually a very well hidden secret. I was not even aware of your existence. You are a member of a tactical squad whose sole purpose is to eliminate any hostile threat to our mission. That is the mission of arriving at our destination. Very highly trained and apparently surgically and genetically modified, I had often wondered what was behind that door. Explain the threat? Yes, well, murder. That and a phage outbreak. Several of our crew members have been murdered and others may be infected. I am locked in the bridge and only just stumbled across information about you while searching through emergency protocols. The ship is on lockdown and I need your help to stabilize the situation. So exactly who was murdered? 2 of my colleagues, I suspect more. I watched Emily Johnson murder Jason Taft, myself, while we were in the living quarters. Mayhem after that. There must be survivors. Engaging the emergency protocol has locked down the ship. Most of the cameras and communications are offline. Emily Johnson? Emily Johnson, Dr. Johnson, is our lead immunologist. Her job is to check samples from a fluidic chambers to analyze viral stasis and immune system's stability. She works with our team to troubleshoot issues related to long-term cryosuspension and physical degradation. Unlike you and me, the 125,000 residents of this ship are suspended in fluidic chambers, a safer and much more stable form of deep sleep. Jason Taft? Jason Taft was the system engineer. Well, one of two systems engineer. You see, we take shifts. Every 200 years, 2 shifts wake up to caretake, monitor the sleepers as well as call them. Our journey is a total of around 10,000 years, near the speed of light. 1,000 years of acceleration, 8,000 years travel time, and 1,000 years of deceleration. This is actually really well thought out. I'll age 34 years by the time we reach our destination. So why did Dr. Jensen murder Jason Taft? That is a very good question and complicated. You see, they greatly disagreed on the nature of a discovery that we had made recently. They had never gotten along, oil and water. She is dangerous and you should not hesitate to put her down. Put her down? Is that our mission? Yes, that, and rescue any other team members that may be alive. We need this situation stabilized immediately. Shouldn't we know all this? Shouldn't we be briefed about who Dr. Ramos is and, what we're doing on his ship? Maybe we know. Maybe we know that we are part of this tactical squad. We cannot continue with our mission and revive replacement crew members until this situation is resolved. Your first mission is to restore power to the elevators. You will find an engineering terminal near each of the 4 core reactor nodes on this level. Manual override the emergency protocols at all 4 engineering stations. Following that, terminate Emily Jensen. I'll be in touch. Roger that. For now, focus on the mission at hand. We must first find her for the safety of the rest of the crew. Will do. I've added the mission entry in your log. You can reference the details of your mission as needed. Let's get that lift online. Do I have a map? I do. I really don't like how scroll down zooms in and scroll up zooms out, but that might be preference on my part. So there's no marker on objectives. Okay, that's fine. Escape pods. No. No interaction possible, I guess. Doors have been opening automatically, so this should just open, presumably. But I can't interact with it either, so I'm gonna assume that it doesn't work. Or maybe those are the elevators that we need to put off online. So I can't zoom out more than this, huh? But they're so slow. They accelerate and decelerate very slow. Makes it a little annoying. Using mission updated overrides, elevator protocol. There must be the engineering stations or as Armus mentioned. Wonderful! Now proceed to the elevator. The override has unlocked the doors just ahead of you. When you get there, take the elevator down to the crew deck. You won't be able to get to the vats. The entry deck is locked down. I'm not sure what the problem is, but we can deal with it when we have more information. Vats? Yes, the vats are large fluidic suspension containers. The remnants of the human race are sealed in these containment chambers in a deep, stable cryosleep. Each vat contains just over 260 human beings. Wait, are they all just in the same vat? There's a total of 8 vats per module and 60 modules on the ship. You can do the math. I choose not to, but thank you. Nothing interactable. Wait, my god, is that? Yes, I think it is. This is very bad. The viral symptoms are greatly accelerated over previous iterations. You must be very careful. What exactly is the problem? One of my colleagues, Kelly Masters, seems to have acquired the virus, phage. I can see her just around the corner on my monitor. She seems to have acquired a taste for flesh. Horrific. An advanced symptom of the phage. Usually symptoms like this take many months to manifest, a truly grisly sight. I'm quite shaken up. I have a feeling that this guy is gonna be a zombie too by the end of this. What are symptoms of the phage? The infected become non-responsive after a high fever. The virus begins to change the physiology of the person it infects, rapidly necrotizing. This is so zombie. Necrotizing the skin, especially areas exposed to the air. Internally, it slows the heart, changes the way the blood distributes oxygen and glucose, and destroys the high-level functions of the brain. The virus attacks the cells and reorganizes the way they utilize food energy. The infected develop an appetite for protein, which then seems to be their primary physiological drive. The entire process can take over 8 months to play out. I see, and what do you recommend? You must be very careful. At this stage, the infected will attack anyone not infected or in the early stages of phage infection on site. They are fast, strong, and relentless. If this was true, I would expect this to be some kind of bioweapon, right? If it's selecting its target and if it's identifying symptoms in other potential targets and ignoring potential targets that are infected. Well, and maybe not. Maybe those, I mean, if the phage is already infecting another host, then what's the point in trying to infect it again? So I guess it could be natural, but the time it takes for this infection to happen and the kind of symptoms seem like a bioweapon of sorts. And also, he said something about the virus not doing well with the host, and then this happened as if this was some kind of side effect that was not meant to happen because of this virus. I don't know why he would reach that conclusion. This might be exactly what the virus is for. You must terminate Kelly Masters immediately. I am terribly concerned. There seems to be a body in the corridor and I cannot make out who it is. Once you terminate Dr. Masters, please search the body for any evidence that could identify it. I cannot believe how quickly Kelly's infection has advanced. Is the virus airborne? Should we be concerned? If only we wore masks. Just wear a mask. Just wear a mask. No, the virus is not airborne. At least I don't think it is. So how does he jump from host to host? He should be immune. But Dr. Masters, was also immune. You, however, have the advantage of a genetically modified metabolism. You were born with a hard-coded immune response to viruses. This is so you have the advantage of a genetically modified metabolism. You were born with a hard-coded immune response to viruses. This is that kind of tech magic kind of stuff. Just suspend disbelief. Basically immune to all viral diseases. Quite amazing. You are a weapon designed to destroy phage. So unless the phage has developed more than accelerated pathogenesis, you should be safe. I, however, will remain where I am. Combat. Combat begins when you see an enemy target or when an enemy can see you. The yellow bar above the icons in the bottom center. The yellow bar above the icons. You see, I'm colorblind, so I don't know if it's this one or this one. In the bottom center of the screen. Okay, so I guess it's this one. Displays a preview of remaining action points based on the distance of your intended movement. Combat is turn-based and driven by initiative. Solo Tactics uses a line of sight system. If an enemy is not directly in a team member's line of sight, it is not visible. You can take cover behind any item in the game environment that blocks an enemy's line of sight. You can toggle crouch and stand with a toolbar icon, and by pressing V key, crouching gives you a bonus to hit with a ranged weapon. You can rotate your team member in any direction by selecting the rotate icon from the toolbar. I don't have it. Or maybe this is not a combat toolbar yet. In any direction by selecting the rotate. Just select the icon and left click anywhere in the environment. You can preview the action points required to move at a certain distance by moving your cursor over the location you wish to move to. Additionally, each section has an action point cost. Each move and action should be carefully considered. If you hover your mouse over a target destination while in combat, the line of sight indicators are displayed. This will show you which enemies are visible from your location and will give you a good idea of where you can move. When one of your team members has initiative and it is their turn, your cursor will turn into a crosshair when rolling over an enemy. When one of your team members has initiative and it is their turn, your cursor will turn into a crosshair when rolling over an enemy. Okay. Target information, chance to hit, blah blah blah. I feel like a lot of this didn't need to be here. Seems like a lot of this is very basic and would be expected from other games. You can right-click the target for extended information, including min-max damage, the possibility of inflicting status effects. Yes, the perception stat will provide extended information, cool. Holding down the E key while targeting can give you a bonus to hit by fine-tuning your aim. What? Why? So why would I not do that? Left-click the grenade icon on the game screen to deploy a grenade. Left-click it a second time to disarm that grenade. Okay. Right-click on the grenade. Yes, we've been through that. To reload a projectile weapon, left-click the reload button. What's the reload button? Oh, probably this one. While out of combat, right-click the reload button to reload all of your team's equipped weapons. Cool. To switch between primary and secondary equipped weapons, click the switch weapon icon. Not sure what that is, but we'll find out. To change the fire mode from single to burst, left click selected weapons picture. Okay. Extended information can be displayed by right-clicking an enemy. Displays can be closed by right-clicking again. Pressing escape. Okay, this UI displays extended information related to various targets on an enemy. Okay, so this... Oh, is that why we press E? Is it to hit a particular target? Maybe that's why. It's like FATs. The higher your perception stat, the better your chances to understand your target and the resistances they may have. I see. When wielding rifles, heavy weapons, a ranged penalty may be applied if you are too close to an enemy. Oh no, so that's why we need a sidearm. A red rifle icon will be displayed on the rollover info if the penalty is in effect. Switching to a sidearm or moving to range are your best options in this case. You can enter combat at any time by selecting the toggle combat icon on the toolbar. You can enter combat by toggle combat icon on the toolbar. Is it this one? If you're not engaged in combat, with an enemy, you can leave combat mode by selecting the icon again. Not sure what that is. Entering combat before engaging enemies can give you an opportunity to set up crossfires and set your team up strategically. Set up crossfires? All weapons have special attacks. Special attacks are weapon specific and are on the global cooldown. To use global cooldown, okay. To use a special attack, select the attack icon. So is this a... Oh, this is a support skill. And then I should have a special attack here that is on a cooldown right now. Target the enemy, and if you are in range, have ammo in the correct fire mode, you will use the special attack on the enemy. All weapons have support skills. These support skills allow you to taunt an enemy to attack you, trigger barrier, which generates an energy field that recharges your shields and reflects a small amount of damage. Special attack. Oh, the sprint might be on some melee weapons. That would be nice to have. Special attacks, barrier, and taunt all increase in power as you gain skill. Okay. The combat queue is described in detail in the main help, blah blah blah. This system allows you to queue up multiple combat attacks and unleash them against your enemy in a single sequence, saving time and effort. This is interesting, but not gonna mess with that now. When ending your turn, if you have 2 action points remaining, you can choose to defend. Selecting defend places your team member in defensive mode. The damage from the next successful enemy attack on this team member will be reduced, and in some cases ignored. If you want to skip a team member's turn, end your turn as usual and select the far left icon. Okay, your team member will be moved in the turn order just after the last team member position, effectively delaying your turn. Delaying turn requires a full bar of action points. So is there no penalty to do this? Because in some games there is a penalty, and that's why you might choose not to do it. Otherwise, great, you can just decide to do it. That's a big dump of information. Oh, you're over there. How do I? Okay. So it's his turn or her turn, and I'm crippled. Oh my god. Now it's my turn. Oh, these are the action points. Okay. And then Kelly Masters. I can't see the total amount of HP, huh? Oh, this is the penalty, the rifle penalty that I'm getting. I assume 2%. So would I have just 2% chance to hit from here? That's not okay. And then this would be resistances, I assume. So let's see, we can move back. How much 6 AP necessary to shoot? So I would need to move. Oh, this is what I would have left. Okay, so I need to move like here, for example. Oh, they get a hit when they're engaged in melee. That's good to know. And then from here I should be able to shoot. Now I should probably heal though. Where's my health? Is this my health? There should be a tooltip over here or something. Heal. Okay. And wait, I have 0 action points, is that it? Or do I have 1? How do I... Oh, can I... Yeah. Move this way. Barrier. Applies energy field that reflects 20% of single attack, 20% shield recharge on activation. No longer crippled. Wait, did the barrier... Okay, I don't know what happened there, but fine. Oh, did I... Did I skip the turn? Apparently I did. So I'm with Jenny now, I think. And she has a submachine gun. How can I... What is she good at? Okay, submachine gun. Cool. So that's what she'll use. And she can sprint. But I think... So I need 2 action points. I could crouch first. 69%. Oh, but I have 8 action points. So by crouching, I wouldn't be able to attack once, and I would keep 1 action point extra, which I might not want. So I might want to just attack. Oh, and by the way, pressing E did what? Not sure. Did it do something? Do I need to do this? Okay. And oh, Okay, so this one is the one-handed melee person. Travel long distances will reduce AP movement cost. I don't think I'll need to. I think I can just... well... spend 2 action points to get here. Yeah, that's fine. And then... slash away. There we go. Well done! Dr. Masters was a truly gifted person in life. We worked together closely before the start of this mission. I'm not sure what to say. I'm truly sorry. Thank you. Nothing to be done, other than to save anyone left alive. Let's move on. Please proceed to the elevator in the crew quarters deck. Cool. Oh, there's no body. That's oh, that's the other guy. There's also a box. Let's just take what's on the box. And also... oh, by the way, this is probably... Marty Devereaux. Okay, we know who he is now. What a fate. I hope he didn't suffer. Marty was one of several engineers on our shift. Very nice guy. Kept the ship running. We played cards a few times a week on the crew deck. I'll see that he gets a proper ceremony when this is over. Okay.